Hi everyone, Ollie Tucker here, Mark Janes Golf Academy, and here's how you can hit your driver further. So the number one thing when it comes to hitting the driver further is hitting the ball in the centre of the club. That may seem obvious, but there's a few players out there, especially if you're just starting the game, you may not quite know where on the face you're hitting the shot. You'll know when it feels good, you'll know when it feels maybe not quite as good, but you might not know which part of the club or the face the ball is coming off. Best way to measure yourself is use some face tape. So pop into the pro shop, we can slap some on the club for you, or just use some masking tape, that will show up as well. You can even use your Sharpie pen to mark the back of the golf ball. Make sure you hit the mark, so put a big blob on the back of the ball, hit the mark, and it will leave a little spot on your golf club. Striking in the centre, number one thing for increasing your distance, and it's also going to help your accuracy. When you get it off the heel or toe, it can divert the golf ball or curve the golf ball more as well. So strike in the centre of the club, number one thing when it comes to hitting shots further. So let's have a go. So that's a pretty good one, good enough to show you guys anyway. Pretty decent centre strike, but like I say, you can use some face tape, masking tape, mark the back of the golf ball. There's other things that help with distance. I'm going to try a couple of shots now, we'll record them on the flight scope and we'll see what happens. So, first shot with the driver. I'll have a swing, we'll show you some numbers and we'll see which one went further and why. So that's the first shot, and we'll show you the ball flight in a second. We're going to try one more. I'm going to change one thing now and see how much further it goes. So all of those pretty good centre strikes. Quite like the shots as well. One of them's gone a little bit further and we'll show you why on the flight scope. So two very similar looking shots here. This has gone 260 yards. Next shot here only about 225. So 35 yards difference in the carry with a very similar shape of shot. Both finished down the middle. The one thing that's different, a lot of similar stuff there. The one thing that's really different is the angle of attack. So on the bigger shot, hitting 3 degrees up. On the shot that's only, well, it's gone 35 yards shorter in terms of carry, hitting down on the golf ball. So big difference in the length of the shot. So nothing much too different there in the swing. Same club head speed, ball position very similar, same centre strike. That's 3 in a row. That's quite unusual for me. The one thing I'd change there was angle of attack. Got several yards further just by hitting the ball more on the way up. So you've been told before, put the ball position forward, that's great for hitting on the way up. You may be looking at setting yourself up with a bit of a tilt in the spine angle. Not a bad thing that, just get the hip forward, spine angle back just a little bit. You can do things in the body motion to help you keep that spine angle, so moving that hip towards the target, tilts you back, can get the club moving up a little bit more. So hitting the ball up in the centre of the club is how you're going to get more distance. Check out our other videos as well, because when you strike the ball on the way up with a driver, it can change the path of the club, and for those of you that slice a driver, this is going to be a big factor as to why. Any questions, feel free to get in touch. Hope that helps. We'll see you all soon.